Welcome to LATV. I am Amber Stewart, and today we have a great segment from a local community college. Students from East Central Illinois were selected for Parkland's Art and Design Student Juried Exhibition at Gertz Gallery. Several students received awards and scholarships during the exhibit. We will take a closer look from a few of the students about the show. I recently interviewed students at Parkland College about their entries in the gallery or about viewing the gallery.
Entered 4,
okay.
And 3 were selected, and I won a certificate for 1.
That show.
I was shocked. I had 2 portraits in the place, and one of them is the lady that does my hair.
The students who were selected into the show had an open house on April 13, 2017. Out of the 180 entries, 20 of the students were awarded with the Merit Award, which is an achievement award. 7 of the students were selected with Purchase Awards, which is an award given to students who have been selected as part of the Parkland Permanent Collection and is displayed throughout the campus. Lastly, 7 students were awarded with scholarships. As you can see behind me, it's a display of the gallery at Parkland College.
I haven't been to an open house before, or a reception, everything, so
Okay.
I have nothing to compare it with. Is it, okay, that's cool, it's up on the wall, and yeah.
I was impressed because it's the first time that I've seen some students' art, but they're made fine, so I mean, there are some who are really pretty talented.
Art comes in many different forms: photography, painting, sculpture, ceramics, and even metals. To some people, art is just another ordinary thing, but to others, it's a way of communication.
Ceramics were just off-scale, beautiful. Everything was great.
Among the people who visited the show enjoyed the art selected from over 350 entries.
Well, it was just the challenge of getting artwork ready for a show. I really didn't know what that involved. It's just luck and timing.
Yes it is. And what made you enter your work into the show?
Really, who, it's a who made me. It was not a what. It was the instructor, Mr. Heath.
So he really pushed you on that, like.
No, he said, hey, these are good, you ought to enter them in the show.
There you go. Displayed out in the hallway?
No,
No, so.
didn't have the option of the hallway. Just straight into the show.
Students who didn't enter the show are inspired by their peers for future shows.
The impression that I can also do that since it's at a college, so yeah.
There was a lot of good submissions, and I just really felt like I should have done it as well, to where I could feel like I was a part of everyone else just because the work was so on point.
As many as 350 plus entries into the show. Each student was allowed to enter as much as 4 pieces of artwork from the spring semester.
Lots of great submissions. So for my class, I think about half the class submitted, so it was about 6 or 7 people, and they all did about 3 or 4 photos apiece. But there were so many different departments from art that were in there, so it was a lot to look at, and I spent a lot of time there, so it was pretty cool.
One of the people that has really influenced me is Andre Cortege, and he's an old photographer. He's, old school. And he has a quote that just, I've taken it on as my motto. I shoot the things that please me.
Each student had a very different view about the show.
My buddies, Kyle did enter the show. He did put in, I think, around 5 or so photos. He didn't place, but also no one in my class placed, so.
And when you say place, do you mean they didn't receive an award?
Yeah, I didn't get any awards or any recognition or anything. I'm sure some people liked their photos, but I didn't hear anything other than that from their work.
It was awesome.
I didn't tell her I put it in the art show, and some of the kids that she's in class with saw her picture and told her, I liked your picture in the art gallery, and they brought her over to see it, and she said, wow, I know who to blame.
Out of the students we interviewed, many of them were fascinated by the work of their peers and seeing their own work on a public display. If you would like to view the show, it runs through May 6th, or if you would like more information about upcoming shows, you can reach the gallery at the number listed below.
Good morning. Our next subject for the day is science, and we're going to talk about some of the things you can do to explore science in our community. I recently stopped by the Starkel Planetarium at Parkland College to find out what's available to students and members of the public alike. I'm Victoria, and today we're at Parkland's Starkel Planetarium to find out a little bit more about what happens in the night sky around us. The Starkel Planetarium at Parkland College is the second largest planetarium in Illinois and one of the largest community college planetariums in the country. The Starkel Planetarium will be celebrating its 30th anniversary this spring. Director of the planetarium, David Leake, shared with us a bit of the planetarium's history.
The very first president of Parkland College was William Starkel, and he had a vision for this place, not only the planetarium, but across the archway from us is a performance theater. And he wanted that in fact, it was in the original plans of the building, but he didn't have the money to build it at the time. So he had to wait a few years to build up some of that money, and in 1987 it opened. And he was here for the opening, but he was ill at the time, and he passed away just a few months after it opened, but he did get to see it. He got to see it opened and some of the first shows here.
That's wonderful. The planetarium allows people to view the night sky in an immersive theatre-like setting, while still maintaining the feeling of being surrounded by stars.
When you look around, you're sitting underneath a 50-foot diameter movie screen. And I say that because people often walk in here and they want to know, where does the dome open up at and how do you look through this telescope? And that's not a telescope, it's a projection device. Oh. So we are really putting the night sky up on a movie screen.
In the lobby of the planetarium, the colourful stained glass window is what grabs people's attention as they walk in. While it is a pretty sight, it actually has a specific purpose. Even though the patterns seem random, it is actually an ordering system based on the path of the sun across the southern sky. Each panel represents the location of the sun at a given hour on a given day, and each horizontal tier of glass corresponds to a particular month or pair of months. Eric Johnson is an astronomy professor here at Parkland and regularly takes his students to the planetarium.
One of the main aspects of the class is to make sure that students can learn to identify some of the stars and constellations in the night sky, because that's what they come to an astronomy class thinking that it's going to be about. Then we give them the science. But nevertheless, they still greatly enjoy coming to the dome and seeing how it can simulate the night sky.
David Leake informed us about the events at the planetarium and let us know when they are shown.
Then if you just wanted to come in, I'm not with the class, I just want to buy a ticket, and that's when we have our public shows on Friday and Saturday night.
And you have programs that are suitable for both children and adults.
Yeah, we try like the Friday and Saturday at 7. Mm-hmm. It's a different show each night, but it's really more or less for everybody. Friday at 7, we do a live constellation show, which is more the traditional planetarium show. And that's one of the things that also makes us different from some other planetariums, is we really like to do the live programming where the audience can talk, you're interacting with them.
So that will be exactly what they can see that night?
Like what can you see from your backyard tonight, kind of thing, and how to find things. We throw in a few current events. Saturday at 7 is kind of our family hour, and we put, then we have shows like The Little Star That Could, and In My Backyard, and some for the younger audiences. And then 8 o'clock both nights, Friday and Saturday, is the same show, and it's for a more adult audience. Like currently we're running the Dark Matter Mystery.
As you can see, this place is fun, entertaining, and educational. Be sure you stop by Parkland's Starkel Planetarium on your next visit to the Champaign-Urbana community. It really is a brilliant place to spend an hour or two, and I highly recommend it. For further information, visit the planetarium's website at parkland.edu, or feel free to listen to my interview with David Leake, director of the planetarium, on WPCD this Friday at 10 a.m. Over to you, Bob. I have no idea who Bob is, but...
Most of us grew up playing video games, spending days inside playing Mario Kart or Sega Genesis. For some, it has become a lifestyle. Underground gaming has become one of the most popular hobbies amongst today's youth. We recently caught up with Rodney Dukes to get his take on the dedication and determination that goes into underground gaming.
For about 10 years now, started off some Nintendo 64 games, and that's pretty much how I started. Just couldn't go outside, so stayed in the house, play some games, to keep myself active.
Raheem says that his video gaming habit has kept him away from a lot of potentially harmful situations along the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Playing the game keeps me from going out there doing some wrong things or hanging out with wrong people, you know. When I get too bored, I just pick up a controller and play a video game. A lot of my friends actually, it's one of our favorite games. NBA 2K17. Me and a group of my friends, we get together, we play usually every weekend, tournaments and everything, play online against other people together. I'm not playing 2K then. I'm usually playing Grand Theft Auto. And it's a very fun game, you know, you can play with a lot of different people, get different cars.
Raheem even goes to the extent of saving 4 video games to his console to make sure that no achievements are lost in the event of an emergency.
NBA 2K. First ever 2K that was on Xbox One was 2K14. I still got it saved on here. Yeah, the video game family is pretty strong, you know. I met a lot of people online, and good friends from today, still talk to them. So
We also caught up with fellow gamer Colin Clark, who has participated in multiple gaming tournaments around the central Illinois area. Here's what he had to say. So Colin, how do you feel about the rise of the video game world recently?
I feel that it's actually a good type of thing, and you keep a lot of people out the streets and out of trouble. And they have tournaments and stuff that you can go to, and they got plenty of people online that you can meet and stuff like that.
Okay, so do you participate in any of the tournaments that go on?
Yeah, I have before. I've been to a few of them, surrounding states and small cities that are around here.
As you can see, underground gaming is on the rise, and it shows no signs of slowing up. Now, Raheem and Colin will be participating in the Regional Underground Gamers Championship this weekend. Good luck to both. I'm Evan Mitchell. Back to you.
Hello and welcome to today's video game talk show. Today we will be talking about making a living off of video gaming. Stay tuned and you will find out all of the ins and outs of professional, paid, competitive gaming. Whether it's the hardcore League of Legends player, the maniac Grand Theft Auto player, or the casual city skylines builder, there seems to be a place for everyone in the gaming industry. Hi, I'm Nick Henson, and today we are talking about video games. Video games are among the most popular forms of entertainment media in America. But now more than ever, people are taking their love for video games to the next level. In the United States, over 155 million people are casual gamers in that they play video games regularly. I took to the halls of Parkland to see what students and faculty knew about video games.
How familiar are you with professional gaming and video gaming in general?
I'd say moderate.
I have no idea about either.
I'm fairly familiar. I played growing up, and my brother plays, and so I'm aware of the industry and different sites and stuff.
Worldwide, over 400,000 people are considered to be professional gamers.
Are you aware that over 1 million people worldwide make a living off of gaming?
No, actually.
I guess not, but no, I do.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a big industry, and there's besides different producers and developers and then media, IGN or different sites like that that all contribute towards the industry.
But these gamers don't just play the video games. They work day and night playing, recording, streaming, editing, and uploading their work. In general, the payoff is big for most of the professional gamers. While the highest paid gamers make over $500,000 a year, most make anywhere between $50,000 and $100,000 a year.
What do you think of that?
Maybe I should change my major.
It's pretty crazy.
That's probably surprising. That's a little higher than I would probably expect, but I mean, it's tech generally is a higher wage industry, so it's more than I would expect, but it's not super surprising.
Some people have already selected their career paths in life and will stick with being a casual gamer. Others game in a more traditional way.
I've been gaming since I was a wee tyke. When I was in grade school and high school, wishing and hoping for snow days So school would be canceled. That was a great opportunity for us to play a bunch of board games. I'd invite my friends who lived in my small town over, and we'd play board games during our snow days, or we'd go out and play in the snow. But more often than not, if it was bad enough to cancel school, it was too bad to go outside. So we'd be inside playing board games. So I've been playing board games since I was a very young person.
The roots of early video games can be found within board games. We sat down with Dean Geiken, the director of WPCD at Parkland College, to discuss such board games.
I was playing, different types of games. Risk was the big one. And if you haven't played Risk, then you probably aren't really, you're not really a gamer. That's, that's being a little prejudiced, but no. Risk was the big one, and then we got into other bigger games as we had more and more money and more access to them. Things like Axis and Allies, and then Squad Leader, and then Advanced Squad Leader. And those games were the big games where you had tiny little pieces of cardboard that had the stats and everything on these tiny pieces, and you'd move them around the board, and it took sometimes just days to finish a game.
So, whether you are a casual gamer, a maniac, or just take your games too seriously, there is a game for everyone. And as Andrew Ryan said, we all make choices in life, but in the end, our choices make us. Game over.
The restaurant business is a well-known industry that many people tend to take up as a career. What's the best thing about working in the food industry?
I get to eat all the food I want, literally.
That's the best thing?
That's the best thing ever.
And what do you like about working in the food industry?
Well, I like eating lots of food every day and working with my Pookie Bear, my best friend, and seeing the students of campus are a delight. I love them.
As we know, a successful restaurant has a great environment that matches the food it's serving and great customer service. At DP Dough, customers love our quality service and our great food. So what do you think about DP Dough's food?
It's really good food. I eat it every time I get stoned.
DP Dough employees are all a family, and not only do they get their job done, they enjoy doing it as well.
I love working here. I get to help people with food, man.
Here in Champaign-Urbana, the campus life is full of energy. Students from other universities travel to come see what the University of Illinois has to offer. Recently, I had an opportunity to speak to some of those students. Hi, I'm Amber Tabling. I'm outside Cam's Bar, which was just recently voted the #1 campus bar at the #1 party school, the University of Illinois. To the famous blue guy and the must-have picture by the Cam's wall, this is the place to be on any given night. Not only is Cam's an option, but Joe's is another popular choice. Open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., the 2,000 square foot dance bar includes nightly DJs and 3 bars inside, offering 64 different beers. Only 2 blocks away from Joe's is Red Lion, another popular dance bar with weekly drink specials, affordable to any broke college student. All bars are available for private parties and include outdoor areas to cool off after going hard on the dance floor. Luke, what is your favorite campus bar here at the University of Illinois and why?
My favorite bar would be Cam's. I think it's the best setting, best outside area, and most people go here, so you always have someone to hang out with here.
Okay, and what's the campus life here at the U of I like compared to any other campuses you've visited before?
Here it's mostly centered around bars instead of parties the entire night, which I think is pretty fun because it's always a different night.
Okay, and what days do you typically go out?
Typically I go out like Monday through Friday and maybe take a break one day to study, but never Saturday.
Hi, my name is Emma.
Okay, Emma, what's your favorite campus bar here at the U of I?
All right, my favorite campus bar is the Red Lion because some of my friends work there, so it's just easy to kind of like get in and get drinks and whatnot. So it's pretty easy to be social and what. So yeah, it's pretty much why we end up there.
Okay, and what's the campus life like at the U of I compared to any other campus you visited?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that the bars here at U of I are 19 and over, so you can only be 19 to get into a bar, and like you can only be 21 to get a drink. So even though you're under 21, you can still get into all the bars. So I think that's a big component as to why like bar life is so huge at U of I.
Okay, and what nights do you typically go out?
More towards the weekend, so like Thursday through Sunday, but I'm a senior, so I'm going to graduate soon, so I'm trying to go out as much as I can, so that's why I'm out on a Monday.
And what will be your late night snack later tonight?
Winging out, obviously. Winging out, yeah. Winging out's my go-to. That's just my go-to late snack. If not winging out, then Papa D's or, I don't know, whatever myself is feeling at late at night.
After the bar, students typically make a stop at Fat Sandwich, where you can get just about anything from cheese sticks, fries, chicken strips, and more on one sandwich. If you don't want a sandwich, Winging Out is located directly across the street from Lion. For dessert, Insomnia cookies are open until 3 a.m., which gives you an hour to order after bars, which close at 2.
What's your favorite campus bar at the U of I and why?
Well, I would have to say it would be Joe's. The reason why, I mean, have you ever been on the dance floor? It gets down and dirty in there.
What's Joe's like compared to Red Lion and Cam's?
Well, first off, you have to think about the food that they have. I mean, have you ever tried the California? Whew! Superb. I mean, when you look at Cam's or Red Lion, you know, it's just the quality. You know, you have a bigger, a dance floor that just gives you like this nightclub feeling. I'm from Chicago, so I love it.
All right, thank you. Okay, what is the U of I campus like compared to any other school's campus life?
We go to Illinois State, and it's different, but it's cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, the only difference here is we get in the bars if we're 19 years old.
Okay, and what nights do you typically go out?
Monday through Monday. Monday through Tuesday.
Now we're outside Fat Sandwich to end our night. Whether you're coming from Joe's, Cam's, or Red Lion, you won't be leaving thirsty or hungry. Now remember, get a ride, get an Uber, or walk if need be.
Don't you know, girl? Don't you know, girl? I am the one for you. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Don't you know, girl? Don't you know, girl? I am the one for you. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Don't you know, girl? Don't you know, girl? I am the one for you. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Don't you know, girl? Don't you know, girl? I am the one for you. I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one.
Okay, interview at Red Lion. What's your name?
Irving.
Okay, what's your favorite campus bar here at the University of Illinois?
Red Lion.
Okay, and how many nights do you typically go out?
Once a month.
Okay, and what's campus like here at U of I compared to any other bar?
It's nice.
As you can see, the University of Illinois has a lot to offer. Whether you decide to visit Joe's, Cam's, Red Lion, or any other bar in Champaign-Urbana, remember to be smart about being safe.